All right, hey everyone. So as requested by popular demand, today we are going to be covering how you can master AI prompts, particularly for long form content. I need to create a series of new blogs for our website, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you the exact process that I use on something like ChatGPT in order to get really high quality long form content, like in this case a blog. But you can do the same for landing pages. You can even use the same process for shorter form content as well, although I may do a separate video that's a little bit more specific to short form content in the future. So with that said, let's dive in. So to get started, there are four things you're going to need. I will show you how these four things come into play as we go further into this process. But A, you're going to need the prompt, which I'm actually going to give you an example of. B, you're going to need an outline of the blog that you're wanting to write. Now, you could actually use ChatGPT to create that outline for you in the first place. In this particular case, we've had somebody else create that outline for us. And then you're going to need to know the persona that this particular prompt is targeted at. Once again, because this is a blog, it's important that it's targeted at the right type of people. But in most cases, I would say it's a good idea to include who the persona is that this piece of content that you're creating is for. Last but not least is a piece of training text. Now, this is really important because if you don't give training text, then what tends to happen is you get a lot of these same sort of generic responses to your prompt. You're going to get a lot of the same style of writing that we've all seen online. That's, you can tell a mile away that it's ChatGPT, right? So the training text is a really important piece, and I'm going to show you that as well. So as an example, what I've done for my training text is I've gone and found an article that reads the way that I want our article to read. Now, in this case, I'm using HubSpot as an example. I really like a lot of their blogs. I like their writing style. I like the level of detail they put in and the way they break it down with examples. So I'm going to use this as my training text. Now, in theory, I could use this URL in the prompt. I have done videos in the past where I've shown how to do that. I'm going to skip that step here because sometimes the results, particularly on a page like this that's got a lot of images and a lot of different sections, aren't great. So what I've done instead is I've gone and copied the text into a Google Doc, and I'm going to use that as my training text so that it's just a straight text file and I don't have to deal with all those images and things. So with that said, if I scroll at the top here, here is the prompt that we're going to use today. Now I'm going to break this all down for you step by step, and I'll give you all this file as well as an example. I'm going to jump over into ChatGPT and I'm going to paste this and we'll walk through it. At the time of showing this video, I'm using the newest GPT-4o. It's arguably one of the better ones for the cost and the results that you're going to get. And at the time of writing this, here is the prompt that we're using. Now, I'm going to be tweaking this prompt quite a bit over the next few weeks. So maybe by the time you watch this, the prompt will be slightly different. But I'll make sure that I include the prompt in the file that I share so that you get the latest version of the prompt by the time you see this video. Now, the first thing I want to call out, and this is one of the biggest mistakes I see people make when it comes to writing prompts for any sort of AI, is they think of the prompt as a singular thing that you're going to provide to the AI model and then get a result. Instead, how I would like you to think about it is think about ChatGPT as if it were a staff member, a virtual assistant, somebody that you're paying to do the job for you, and think about how you would break down the instructions for them on what you want them to do. Now, in the real world, when you do that, you're going to get feedback from the person as they go, right? They might have questions, they might need clarification, they might need you to give them extra information as they go. And so what I'm going to show you today is how to then turn that same style of thinking into a way that you break things down for ChatGPT. So if we look at my example prompt, I'd like you to help me write a new SEO optimized blog series for our website, please. The please is really important because one day when Skynet jumps up and takes over the world, we want the AI to be our friends, not our enemy. Here is the process we will follow together. So now we're going to break down each of the steps that we want the AI to follow and give it opportunities to respond to us as we go along. Basically create a bit of a conversation. Number one, you will ask me for an example blog that I like so that you can learn its writing and language style. That's the HubSpot article we just looked at. Next, ask me for the title of the blog. Number three, ask me for the topic of this blog and who to target or who the target persona is. Number four, ask me for the keywords we want to optimize for in the blog. Number five, ask me for the list of topics to cover in the blog. These will be provided to you with the various H tags that we want to use in the blog. Now for us, that's really important because we have a very specific structure that we want in our blog. Number six, before starting to write the blog, you then can ask me any clarifying questions or for any extra information. I like to put this in there because sometimes GPT or models like GPT can hallucinate a little bit if there are gaps in its knowledge that it doesn't know how to plug. So by adding a step like this at the end, it gives GPT that last step opportunity to ask you some questions that it may have in order to fill some of those blanks and avoid some of those hallucinations. If you understand the process, then let me know and we can begin. So let's hit enter and see what happens. Cool. So step one, you can see here, it's now asking me for that blog article. So I'm going to go and grab that. I copy and paste the text in here so that it can start learning. Now you can see, based on the instructions I provided earlier, it now moves on to the next step. It's got the example blog. Now it wants to know the title of the new blog that we'd like to create. So I'm going to pull this from a file that I've created earlier. Now it's asking me for the topic and the target persona. So I'm going to put in here, topic, persona, so in this case we're going to be targeting e-commerce business owners. Now this part, as you can see, is quite important because how we would write this article for e-commerce business owners is very different to if I was having the exact same article but targeting, say, developers, for example. Or maybe I'm targeting vendors that want to set up this type of multi-vendor marketplace. So it is quite important to really know who this piece of content is being targeted at. Great. Now we've moved on. It's asking us for the list of keywords that we want to optimize for. So I'm going to pull that from a list that we created earlier. Awesome. Now we're moving on to the list of topics. So once again, this is something that we have a file that we have created. I'm going to copy that in here. So you can see now it's at that last stage where it's asking if there's any other information that I want to share. Now, in this particular case, there's not a whole lot that I think I need to share. The one thing I might add here is it's important that you know our company's name is Right Tech, and if you need a personal name to reference the article, use mine. Perfect. So based on that response, looks like it's ready to go, looks like it understands. And so now all there's left to do is to let it write the article. Now this might take a little while, so I'll probably skip ahead in the video. but I'll leave it for a few seconds so you can see it starting to write the article for us. Please proceed. Okay, skipping ahead a little bit here. In this particular case, I tried to do a split test, which sometimes it does. I'm not going to worry too much about that for this video. I'll focus on this one. So I can see here it's written the whole article out. Now, at this stage, a few things I would be doing. I'm going to be going through. I'm going to actually, read all of this, make sure that it is all accurate. There's a good chance I'm going to go and tweak this after the fact and add some of my own perspective, some of my own industry knowledge, etc. into the article. But at least I've got the full outline here based on the prompt that I provided. So jumping across to our website, I just wanted to show you the end result. I've gone and loaded this into our website now. And you can see here, so I've copied in the original title, and then based on the formatting, it has already created each of the title tags for me, which copied really nicely into our Webflow CMS system. And it has copied each of the bullet points that I gave it originally. So here I've got a full article. I've gone and tweaked and changed a few of these pieces to align better to our brand voice and like I say, some of our industry experience. But essentially it created the full outline for me that we can load here. And now that I have that prompt in place, I can go in and I can trigger it again for the next article and the next article. So worth kind of saving that prompt and that particular model, so that anytime I need to write a new blog, I can follow those same steps and I can have a blog written in about 10 minutes. So there you have it, everybody. A very quick tutorial on how you can write really masterful AI prompts to create long form content. I think this whole video will take about 10 minutes in total. So if you have any questions, if you have any follow-up ideas or things that you're not 100% certain on in this process, just let me know. I will have a guide that I accompany this video with that I'll try and break everything down, make it really nice and simple. So just let me know. And if you did find this video helpful, please drop us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It goes a long way to helping our reach on that platform. And if you want a part 2 with any more information, then just let me know. I'm happy to create further breakdowns or further examples for the different types of content that you need. Until next time, scale smarter.